Okay, so here we are with Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide Randomizer. This is an open world randomizer in the spirit of Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. We start with an airship and largely an open world. It's a little bit different that I'll get to explaining as we get into it. The settings I'm using are what is called the standard race flag, which is a little bit out of date. It isn't really super standard, but it's kind of just one of the easy presets. So we require 7 characters and 10 espers and 0 dragons in order to enter Kefka's tower so we can defeat him, and that is our objective. So I'm going to head and get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So we start with 2 random characters who are going to be Strago and Setzer. Sketch and capture. Okay, excellent. Just what we don't want. So the characters that you get give a certain amount of... In this game, rather than being totally open world, there are different settings you can do. You can do a total open world, but many of the races and such use a character gating function, which you can see by my little tracker in the corner, is color-coded to characters. When I get certain characters, certain locations become available that we can go and collect power-ups and things. Thunder Rod is nice to start with. So Strago and Setzer have only 5 between them. Horse armor, that's not bad. But so starting at only level 3, one of the first things we need to do is collect a lot of items and stuff. I always check this box just because pugs. Not going to be able to beat that now. But that's a place I can come back to later. Pugs have a chance of giving a Minerva vest if you defeat them, which is very nice. I have not gotten it sometimes, though, so I don't know what their chance of dropping it is. So Minerva is arguably the best armor in the game. Gives a bunch of stat bonuses, really high defense values and such, and gives immunity to 4 elements. The first thing I like to do is just grab a bunch of easy chests in Narsh and do a little bit of fighting if the encounters are good in order to gain some levels. Unlike in... Experience Egg is nice to start with, too. We're going to throw that on Strago. In the default things, which pretty much everything I'm talking about, you can customize this randomizer a whole lot in how you play it to make it more similar to things like Free Enterprise if that's your style play. But the general default settings for this, rather than having locations be set, locations difficulty is, okay, we're going to throw on Moogle Charm immediately if Doom Dragon is what we're starting with. That's unfortunate. I like to be able, if I get some easy encounters here, I like to try and level up a little bit because the first boss, depending, can be difficult at lowest level, but we're definitely not fighting Doom Dragons with what we have. Gold Hairpin. If I get some nice expensive magic, that can be useful. If I also get nothing else better. So not a whole lot in Arch, a little bit of things. Probably going to hit South Figaro and then start doing my free checks afterwards. So there are a couple of things in the game that we refer to as free checks, are checks that do not require a boss fight. And the opening of checks with characters is almost counterintuitive. The first check I'm going to be doing here once I'm done looting South Figaro is checking out Culligan in the World of Ruin, which is where you would pick up Setzer on the vanilla game once you enter the World of Ruin and go through Figaro Castle and all of that. But in many cases, such as that one, the character you are recruiting is the character that opens up that check. It's basically done for balance, so everybody has a similar number of checks, and because they are related to them. Yeah, the settings are standard race, which is set to 7-10-0. I will usually be fighting dragons anyway, though. I like to fight dragons for experience, as well as, okay, we're starting to pick up some good stuff. I like to fight them for, I always like grinding experience. I'm a bit of a, Blizzard could be nice, bit of a neurotic person, very fearful about things. I like having as many tools as I can. And dragons give rewards in addition to their normal drops, which are not randomized. Enemy rewards are not randomized at all, so enemies will drop what they're supposed to. You will steal what you're supposed to. Monsters in a box will give what they're supposed to. Whoops. Okay, that was a bit of a time waste slip. But they are scaled down or up, depending. But generally, your rewards are not randomized, so you'll get those kinds of drops and things, but now I've lost my train of thought again, what I was explaining there. Oh yeah, so the dragons have their extreme drops, and in addition, because dragons are considered a victory condition in many games, they also have a bonus item that they give that is randomized, which is some sort of random endgame equipment that could be good, and I like going for those. So if a dragon is in an area, I will go ahead and fight the dragon most of the time. Yes, Flock's chests are randomized, equipment in shops is randomized, their price is slightly randomized. Magus hats are not bad to get later. Green berets are good. Can't afford a whole lot right now, though. Any really good weapons? Water Edge, Thunderblade, Magus Rod. For the most part, there is a little bit of sometimes wildness happens, but for the most part, weapon shops will contain weapons, armor shops armor, and item shops just items. Though occasionally they may also have a stray there, and relic shops, of course, relics. Almost anything can be in the shops as well, with the exception of, I think, the Paladin Shield is the only thing that is pretty much you're not going to get it. Ooh, Mirage Vest is nice. And except unless you uncurse the Cursed Shield. Ice Shield, Elemental Shield, excellent. Okay, now we're starting to get some good things here. Start with Ice Shield. Actually, he has better magic. Mirage Vest he can wear, that's good. Neither of us can use the Blizzard, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm actually going to safety save and try the encounters down here and see if they are relatively easy. They'd have to be extremely easy, though, so it will give it some quick try, but just in case things go wrong, it's always good to safety save. Biggest problem is I don't have a lot of tools for insta-killing, but I am very neurotic about getting my experience early. What other relics have I gotten? I don't know whose the hero ring is better on for now. Jump can actually be useful at this point. Okay, this is a vanilla encounter in this location. Encounters are randomized, and as they've noted in chat, there is a progress meter. Enemies' difficulty is set by the amount of important checks you've gotten, or victory conditions, I guess you'd say. Every character we get, every Esper we get, and every dragon we defeat increases the overall difficulty of all enemies by 2. That being the case, enemies are still, so even though late game enemies will be scaled down to our level, they are still far more difficult than early game enemies. Being subtonic. So this will give me at least a little bit of experience. I might gain 1 or 2 levels here, especially on Strago. Weed feeders are not generic. Should be attacking different characters, probably. I don't do that nearly enough. So the Mirage Vest I really like. It's an item you don't see in vanilla because it is one of the many items gated behind the Colosseum. You have to offer up some rare items in order to get it, and its defense value is not actually great, but as you see, I start the battle with a couple of mirror images, which will absorb the first couple physical hits without being hit. So it's pretty nice little armor. Plus it gives a good bonus to speed. And in the game in general, as you find out once you start really playing it, stat bonuses are generally better than just base stats for armor. Tuskers actually, maybe ought to run away from this. Although I'm jumping, so I guess I'm committed now. I war with myself over this. Okay, that isn't bad. And the Tuskers are not actually retaliating that much. Okay, this is probably enough fighting for now. Plus, I do have a Thunder Rod on the first boss if it isn't something like Thumbaba or Goddess to help kill it, so I should be relatively okay going forward. As I say, I just like... A lot of people don't like to grind at all. Whoops, I need to equip rather. And just get experience from bosses, which normally in Final Fantasy VI bosses do not give experience, but one of the many options that is quality of life options turned on is bosses give experience. So once you're able to start killing bosses, they will give plenty of experience for the rest of the game. So 7 and 9 is all right. I feel even with the limited tools I have, it's good enough for probably my first couple of boss fights. EXP Egg was in the Figaro Castles, or not Figaro, South Figaro outside items, I believe, is where I picked that up. All right, we're going to do our first check, which again is a free check. In the World of Ruin, we can visit Kohlingen, and Kohlingen will have Setzer. Normally, Setzer in the cafe. In vanilla, you would pick him up. Instead, you get a check here, which I would like to get a third and or fourth character pretty quickly. Mog, okay. What's Mog got? Rage. That can be useful, especially if he has some good rages already. Out of my way, people. Ribbon, oh nice. Ribbon, one of the best relics in the game, makes you immune to all status ailments. Darts, Swordbreaker. I have a little bit of money. I could purchase something good, maybe. But probably I ought to be looking at supplies. Mega Elixirs in the shop here. I might try and remember that for later. Not a lot of good things, though. I'll get some potions. The more random item and chest locations you have, earrings. Okay, I'm getting pretty good relics overall. If he has a good rage, Mog could actually carry me through the early game. So this check is represented by the little dog next to Setzer. I have an auto tracker working, so it's already done it. And since we're here, we're going to go ahead and tackle Setzer's second check, which is Daryl's 2. So again, this is because of character gating, this is unlocked and I can access it because Setzer is in the party. The starting with 3 Moogle Charms and turning off Moogle Charms being restricted to Mog is a neat little quality of life thing that's done. Again, you can turn it off if you want to play more vanilla or difficult settings. Red Jacket is very good. I hope my people can use it. But it basically gives the same effect as in ones like Free Enterprise when you can turn off and on battles. You have to use a relic slot for it, but it's still pretty darn useful. Now Aura Lance. Okay, Mog is happy now. Yep, getting some good things, and some of them are guaranteed useful. The red jacket I haven't checked yet to see if my characters can use it. The general way equipment that people can equip is randomized, but defaults are all on. So Mog can equip all spears, Edgar can equip all spears, but other characters in the party may also be able to equip spears, and we don't know that until we pick them up and try them out. He can only use Mithril Vest, unfortunately. Nobody can use, he can use Red Jacket. He can use Force Armor. Okay, good enough. Haven't gotten any helmets, but the Ice Shield's pretty nice. All right, who do we have? Telstar, this will be a green beret. That's not bad. What do we have? Oh, White Dragon. I actually like White Dragon. Cast Pearl. Wyvern. Is that the one? That casts Fireball. That's pretty good. We're going to go with Pearl for now. And there's a green beret, which is pretty good in the randomizer since it gives bonus maximum HP, decent defense, and also gives 10 evasion, which is quite nice. Where are my potions? Let's potion these two up. Uh-oh. Okay. Sorry about that. How long has the screen been dark? Okay, well, seems to be back now. Hopefully that stays. Jeez. Okay, so I defeated a Telstar. Zone Seek sleeps here, so I'm going to get my first Esper. Oh, wonderful. Okay, we are not 5, so that's good. White Dragon's actually good against Doomgaze. He doesn't have anything worth capturing. I'm kind of wasting my time. Is he worth sketching? I don't have a lot of good tools besides the Pearl for him. Well, double Pearl is nice. Thunder doesn't do too well on him, so I'm hesitant to use my Thunder Rod here. That'll probably kill me. Nope. Oh, it's it ice? Strange. Well, his damage isn't too high at least, so... As long as I can keep myself alive, Mog will eventually kill him. I haven't gotten any Phoenix Downs yet, unfortunately. Oh, I have found a couple. Good. No, Mog, don't. Please use Pearl. You were doing so well. This is the problem with rages, of course. Oh god, that's going to kill instantly, isn't it? Come on, Mog, you're my final hope. I might have to come back to this one later. It's not very often that I'm forced to abandon a check, but Doomgaze at this stage is pretty, yep, immediately gets doomed, yep. Marathon luck is a thing. Come on, Mog, you got this. You're our hero. Nope. Could have been amazing. That missed him at least. Yes! Yes! Go Mog, our hero. Desperation attack. So that is a desperation attack if you've never seen one before. They're pretty rare. In my entire history of playing lots of Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VI randomizers, I have gotten maybe 5 or 6 desperation attacks. So that is quite nice. Now I can look for the Doomgaze check too because I have Setzer. So, heal up the party. Check the item shop here really quick for more Phoenix Downs just in case. Good. Okay, now I can have some Phoenix Downs. I have potions. Few revivifies would be nice. I don't care about the rest of that for now. Oh, that's a wonderful stream moment right there. All right, so this is where you would normally get Mog in the World of Balance, which, of course, you'll never see in a speedrun. And a lot of people didn't know you could do casually, but you can pick up Mog in the World of Balance. And you have to come here after you clear out the Magitech Imperial Factory and do the Esper World Dream with Terra, the flashback. When you come back here to Narsh, you can visit the room there with all the treasures in it, and oh, Terra behind Umaro again. That happened to me in the seed I did yesterday too. So if I get Umaro, that's another guaranteed character. Yeah. All right, now this is a check. In the black section in the middle are free checks, which you can do with anybody. This is Shadow, that's nice. I'll do him after this check here. And hopefully we'll have a good Kefka at Narsh. So normally that would be Mog. Imperial Soldier, Imp, Ghost, Merchant. These characters represent not either an item or an Esper. Beret is not that great, so whatever he's got is an obvious easy choice. And a lot of these could be either a character, an Esper, or an endgame item, which Genji armor is not bad. No elemental resistances, but it does give some good stat bonuses. Can anybody use that? Red Jacket is actually a little bit better because it absorbs fire. All right. Ice 2 at 75% because we didn't get the them in the kill. All right. Setzer is going to be in my third party, my secondary party, and I'll rely on these two. I kind of hate doing this early, but it is really good to do at the same time you're doing Mog's check. I usually prefer to come here when I have 5, but I don't have a lot of other checks, and I dislike almost all the checks I have right now anyway. Harpy and Deepeye, that is not bad, I believe. Come on, single target. Okay, Strago now has Ice 2 learned from his Ice Shield. Yeah, Striker would actually be better to be using right now. Oh, wait, I do have magic now. Ha, I just learned it. That's really odd. Yeah, desperation attacks are really rare to see. They're kind of considered the forerunner to limit breaks. Of course, a lot. Goodness, seriously? All right. I'm not even going to try. Marathon luck be marathoning. Once I get some good tools, Magimaster, he's not as bad when you do have when you aren't restricted to only magic, which happens in the Cult of Kefka Tower where you fight him. But unfortunately, he still has nearly impossible to hit evasion. He has a totally random elemental resistance pool that changes every time he gets hit. So you need either scan or just to be incredibly lucky, or something like a berserk spell to sometimes cheese him, or you need attacks that ignore evasion. And that's pretty much, and I don't have anything like that right now. So it looks like, yes, Casa de Fuego, the house on fire, is going to be our next location. Because we have almost no good checks left. Or I'm going to have to search every chest in the game to try and find something that'll enable me to defeat a Magimaster. Vivify remedies. Get a few of those. I've seen a lot of throwing items if I could get a thrower. Mog does not mean Yeti check in this. Yeti check is Yeti. In order to do the spot where you would pick up Umaro, you actually need Umaro. So the only check for Mog is that Lone Wolf check. Needs MP, low-level characters. Interestingly, one of the neat things about this check is that, or kind of just weird things, is that even if you go to the World of Ruin and sleep in the inn, you will end up in the burning house. Basically, yes. Sprint shoes are useless, so if you see it in the shop, it is a wasted slot. Same thing with more Moogle charms, essentially, and to a degree, things like rename cards. There's a lot of useless stuff in the game, though, so especially if you're trying to go fast. Mog carrying me real hard right now. Yeah, it is a pretty good spot for these mobs. Better than the Doom Dragon in the Narsh Mines, definitely. Gao, who normally has the rage ability, Gao and his rages are a major point of contention amongst Final Fantasy VI fans. If you know the right rages and you learn them and you abuse them, they can be really powerful, especially if you get them early-ish on. But the fact that it is so random and uncontrollable makes it difficult. Luckily, rages are earlier to learn in this game. They're easier to learn. You only need to fight normally in the randomizer. You don't have to worry about using leap on the Velt and then go through the whole sequence of finding Gao or your character again. JRPGs are very... I do not remember how difficult the Sterodite is. That's an endgame enemy, I know, but probably should be running away, but... You seems to be weak to Holy. Okay, that's not bad. And that's a lot of experience, so not bad. Only 40 gold, though. Oh, that's right. They do give only tiny amounts of gold. 15, 14, 12. Whoops, now I'm on Pteranodon because I added Sterodite. Pteranodon isn't too bad. He casts Fireball and casts Float. He's actually, when I play the game vanilla, Pteranodons and Templar are two of the guys I like to get my first trip through the Veldt before leaving. Because their spells are... Oh, nice. Now a Minerva. Again, immunity to 4 elements, bonus to your MP, bonus to several other stats, as well as being nearly as good as Genji armor and solid defense. Actually, and especially since I did Pteranodon again, I'm just going to run from him. Alright, here we are. Can anyone use El Minerva? He can. Excellent. Mirage Vest or Force Armor? Difficult question. I'll take Mirage Vest for now. Doom. Well... I don't have a lot of other damages, so unfortunately, once he gets low and puts on Force Field, the Pearl is going to bounce back. So that's a little bit of a problem. Demon, oh, come on. Doom has a really powerful defense-piercing attack as his possible ability with Sketch. I have had runs where I had to fight a vanilla Doom with essentially Sketch. It was quite interesting. That was the only damaging move I had in the group to take him out once he started glowing. There it is, Demon Rage. Only 361 here, though. Ouch. Okay, whatever. All right, now unfortunately the pearls are going to bounce back, so that could be... Force Field... Water is ineffectual. I'm going to kill Mog so I can get a new... Oh yeah, he's First Polarity. This Mirage Vest is not going down. That's interesting. Ice Elemental ineffectual. That's fine. He's immune to ice. That's probably going to miss again since Mirage Vest's not going down. All right. Might be time to try to use the Thunder Rod. That's going to bounce. It isn't? Okay. Did it just, did his effects wear off? All right, that's not bad. Okay, that gets us a Sky Render, and a Magus Rod reward. Okay, unfortunately that doesn't progress us at all, but it does make Strago slightly, that's essentially Strago's best weapon in vanilla, so I don't have to buy one now. Guess I could give him that for the... Okay, he's learned Ice too, so I need to give that to somebody else. Give it to you for now. Okay, Hidden Cave, I guess. Because I don't have enough magic to do the tower. I don't think I've ever been in a fight with him where it mattered, where Reflect wore off before. I didn't know that it lasted only that long. Especially when used by a boss's effect like that. That's very interesting. You always learn new things playing this game. So this is one of my least favorite checks in the game because it is an RNG nightmare, just like we've already had. Whoops. So we have to find coral, and these teleporters take you to random rooms like the entrance, and there are a random amount of coral in these chests. 5 to start is not bad. You have to gather up about 25 all at once in order to appease the chest. So that's 7. And you get sequences like this where they'll keep taking you to rooms without chests. A piece of coral, excellent. 22 is the exact amount. I knew it was in the 20s, but I didn't remember the exact amount. We're almost there, though. That's nice. We're at about 19, I think. And then we have to get back to the chest once we've got our 25. Okay, we're our 22. But we definitely have enough now. But I grabbed chest because it's there. We definitely have enough. I just need to get teleporters. That was it. That was it. I instinctively jumped on the teleporter, and that was a stupid chest room. Back to the chest room, please. There we are. All right, another boss fight. Guardian, okay. Okay, I kind of appreciate that. Unfortunately, if that's the only ability he uses with Sketch, though, it's not going to help my offense. This would actually be a good time to use Thunder Rod, because he's weak to thunder. Very occasionally, Sketch can surprise you. It is one of the least desirable skills in the game, but very occasionally you get something good out of it. Magicite Seraphim, so I still don't have a character, though. Oh, that was, let's see, golly, slow with speed +2, again. Fire, so not a lot of attack spells either. The only attack spells I'm going to have are Ice 2, and I have only one other check that I can do at the moment. So, how are we going to do this? First of all, let's check if it's a character. There are some checks that you can call what they, it's called peeking a check. You can see if it is someone, and Sabin. Okay. So I definitely need to beat the tower. Now it's a matter of if I can. This is as good a place as any. Since the only real offensive spell I have is Ice 2, and you can only use magic in the tower. Although I guess I could go shopping for rods as well, but I don't have a lot of money to buy rods or stuff, so I need to either... I'm going to see if Ice 2 will be enough to beat the boss at the top of this tower. I swore I removed the Moogle Charm. Oh, nope, I didn't. Did I have 2 Moogle Charms on? Oh, I removed XP Egg. What am I doing? Silly me. Da-da-da. Yeah. I need 20 magic points to learn Ice 2 from the shield. That's 5. Default for this, these flag settings give you 5 times lethal weapon. Oh boy. I don't think I'd rather fight lethal weapons. The default for these flag settings is to get 5 times the magic points, so you get a minimum of 5 from every battle that at least gives some. In case you didn't know, in the randomizer, South Figaro's outside checks are all restored in World of Ruin side, although they're different. They're not all the same. Yes, I do run the gold box games. I've run them a couple of times at these marathons before. Yep, I've run Pool of Radiance, and I've run Secret of the Silver Blades, and I ran another Force Armor, okay. And I ran the Champions of Kryn once. Yep. Coronet, that's actually a good helm. Potion. I can use the heal rod for healing if I really need to, I suppose. Not in the tower, though. I ran Curse of the Azure Bonds at RPG Limit Break. The last year we had an RPG Limit Break, 2019, yes. Okay, this isn't a bad set. Pterodon does Fireball. Fireball can hit all enemies. What was I doing with him? I should have cast. Oh well. That's fine, actually. Okay. $15 magic points, and that will earn me Ice 2. Excellent. Emmy doesn't really matter. Alright, time to see if we're stonewalled by 2 bosses. Let's throw on our charm. Such a hard choice. Normally I would be fighting the dragon here, but I might skip it since I don't have a lot of great spells to use. And it isn't required. I'm just not in a good situation for this tower. dragons are randomized amongst each other in this flag setting. So the dragon I get could be, if it's the fire dragon, I could probably beat it. But if it's any other dragon, I'd likely have a lot of difficulty. Antidote. Okay, so that's it. Green beret. Can anyone wear the coronet? You can. For more magic. Not too sad about that. As long as this isn't an ice immune boss, we should be okay. Fixed dice. Okay. I need to find a katana soul now for a offering. Fixed dice is a potential super damage. Fixed dice is potentially a way for me to beat Magimaster as well. Especially if I get an offering. It ignores evasion, it does a random amount of damage based on the die roll. It's extremely random, but it can be very, very high. All right, 2 of these guys are not immune to ice. That's the good news. The other good news is I have 1 character who can use 1 spell on the last one. Please don't cast it on blue guy. Excellent. Actually, let's go ahead and get started there. Okay, I can guarantee beat this easy. Let's just do Mithril, that's fine. I don't know if slow works on him, but I'm gonna try it. Just swap out here first. So just an extra bit of safety. He is now immune to ice, and he's the one who can cast fire, so I can throw fire at Larry until the end, and I don't have to worry about dying. So at the very least, I can clear this. Okay, except he just cast that on himself, so... Doesn't even matter really either, but... Okay, let's see if it's worn off. Some of the other settings you can play with if you like is that you can do a... Nope, hasn't yet. Luckily I'm immune to fire because of Ice Shield. Elemental shields are so powerful. I'll just keep testing it till it runs out because I can't do anything else. Thought I had a tincture? No? Guess I'll eat it then. There we go. There he ran away. Okay. I have never seen that before. He just got tired of fighting us. I'm fine with that. Now we actually can make some progress now. Sabin gives a whopping 5 checks. Not the fastest checks in the world generally, but they're pretty good. And a lot of them are right close to each other at least, so... Jeez. I am failing at the stairs, boss. In Vanilla, Cult of Kefka Tower has 3 significant bosses: White Dragon, Magimaster, and the stairs. Most of the time in Vanilla, by the time I fight Larry, Curly, and Mo, I am powerful enough that I just blow them up with usually Ultima, so I never see too much of what they can do. They're color-coded for their element, which is nice, so that wasn't hard to learn. I had to learn the hard way that I don't even know their names, respectively, who they are. I just know them by colors. Red guy at top, he is responsible. Lore and natural magic. Okay. What have we got on him so far? Stop, slow 2, imp, dispel. Excellent. How about lores? Roulette, big guard, force field, grand train. Wow. Okay. Grand train is amazing. I would like... I don't even care anymore. Let's see. You get hero ring because you'll be attacking. I'm going to have him be casting Grand Train for me a lot now. With that, with fixed dice and Grand Train, I also have the possibility of beating Magimaster, actually. Before I get the encounter, I'm going to do this now, too. I should be strong enough. Just in case. Oh, let's get him equipped, too. Genji Armor Blizzard, that's nice. So he's got some bonus magic power. Now, you can encounter the Doomgaze spot just like in Vanilla by flying around, but if you have Setzer, you can search the skies in the World of Ruin to track him down easily. Not sure which of these guys might have... I'm just going to go with... Grand Train is probably the most powerful blue magic. Looks a lot like Dark Matter from Chrono Trigger, and it is taught normally by the Hedon. Yeah. As I said, it's a little bit counterintuitive because some of them it's where you would pick up the character, like Mount Colts is one of Sabin's checks, and that's where you would first encounter him. The Collapsing House I'm about to check is another one. Just an item, unfortunately. Aegis Shield. Aegis Shield is good, though. Very strong magic defense and magic evasion, which is valuable. Even though it's considered worse by the game, I like it more than the Genji Shield. I think a lot of people do. As it's only a little bit less defense, a little bit more magic defense, and has the added bonus of so much magical evasion. Realm, okay. That'll open up a couple more checks, one of which is pretty good, one of which I don't like. Realm is also theoretically the most powerful character in the game because she starts with the highest base magic power. So I'll probably replace, might even replace Strago with her, really. Okay, am I going to? Yes, I'm going to try. Donasol, okay. Actually, because this is what I'm going to be doing with Setzer now. That can't be, Donasol is also a great source of gold pieces. So now I can go back and get Shadow anytime as my 6th character if that's worth it. If I need a 7th character and I've gotten all of my... do I want... Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Tiger Fangs would also be nice. Gigantos is a lot of experience. Oh, I should have put the offering on before doing this. Oh well. Woo, big experience. Oh, Sabin just learned Ice 2 naturally. I forgot to put the Ice Shield on him, but he learned Ice 2, so that must have just been his natural magic. Okay, probably gonna swap out Realm for her grandpa. Has 48 base magic power, or she starts with some magic boosting equipment, so I think she's actually like 46. Still one of the very strongest. GP Rain. Okay. 45 with the +1 of her thing, that's right, Strago. Or Strago does have the magic rod, but even with the Magus rod, Strago's base magic isn't as high as Realm, so 57,000, that's a lot. Especially since I don't even know if it's an Esper. We'll swap to the World of the Living first. World of the Living, that's a nice way of putting it. World of Balance. They have very randomized prices in the game, from cheap to expensive, and both sides are totally different randomized too. It's to heal. I also need to do a hat check and take Strago's equipment and Esper's. Now, can Realm use the Magus Rod? Yes, she can. I can't remember if she can default or not. Green Helmet is actually better than that. That's fine. Alright, she also needs the Ice Shield, so she can learn Ice too. You still have it. Okay. That's right, I put it on you because Setzer... that on him. Let's give him offerings, we'll kill things. Ring Shoes is fine for you, and Momentum is fine. Alright. What are we at now? 1 hour, 5 characters, 2 Espers. Hope I can start picking up some Espers fast. Glowing Stone for cheaper, not enough money. Okay. I need 5,000 more. Yikes. Okay, kinda hate to sell that, but that'll do. Skyrender is almost worth just selling. Probably is. Do you have anything interesting? Earrings if I need them. Raiden, or Raiden as it should be pronounced. Stamina 2, some worthless spells. Okay, whatever. Flip it already. Okay, time to start doing some Sabin checks. This isn't a check, but I like grabbing this item because I like to loot equipment. I am a completionist-style RPG speedrunner. I like grabbing every item I can. And so I'm one of the people who, when doing RPG speedruns, is hurt when I have to skip loot and treasure chests and stuff. And so playing Randomizer, I tend to overcompensate since, you know, you need to grab loot a lot of time just to see what it is, and I love that feeling of what's here. I probably go after treasure chests a little bit too much, but that's just the trade-off. So, do we still have on... No, we don't. Okay, you put on Regal Charm then. A lot of your good racers of these kinds of randomizers, after they've found a certain amount of equipment or they're at a certain stage of the game, they'll often skip chests. I will usually be picking up chests even in Kefka's Tower on most seeds, just for that possible little extra bit of oomph. You never know when you might find an Illumina. I just picked up some money there. You may have thought it said Genji helmet, but that isn't true. That was actually a chest of money. It just hasn't been converted yet. Yep. Enemies do scale based on... They're scaled down to a certain level, and then they increase as you get your, basically, win conditions, your dragons, your characters, your espers. But they do... Your endgame bosses are still far more powerful than your early game bosses. Because of that, certain bosses do have different levels of... just like in, say, Free Enterprise, which is a lot more well-known still. There are certain bosses that are a lot easier when moved out of their original spot for various reasons. Like, Ifrit and Shiva is an incredibly difficult boss fight in vanilla because you don't have a lot of tools that work well on Ifrit when you fight him. Which is why the speedruns have generally always abused the fact that you can run away while they're transitioning. But he is an absolute cakewalk, even in Kefka's Tower at the end of the game. All right. This is interesting. One of these guys absorbs ice, but that's not that big of a deal. You take out all of them but the ice absorber and then can kill the ice absorber on his own if that's all you have, which is pretty much how I am. Probably ought to just ice the one in the corner. Big money. Fixed dice, in certain racers will not use fixed dice if they don't have to because it is a long animation. Magicite, very glad to see Magicite. I only technically need, Thunder Shield too, very nice. I only technically need one more character because I know where I can get another and I can now beat Magimaster without too much problem. Fixed dice should melt Magimaster fast. Going to stop by in here and grab all these items because it's along the way. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't because I've actually got a good amount of stuff now, but again, I'm a little bit treasure obsessed. Maybe it comes from the fact that my favorite Final Fantasy VI character is Locke. So like him, I am a treasure hunter. Magicite not being rewarded for this time. Stunner, okay. The most powerful shadow weapon, unfortunately, it has no real special properties. Just in case, good to find that. Nothing else I really need to buy it now, though. Another Genji armor. Our armor is just incredible. Let's see. She can only use force, unfortunately. Can she use red jacket, maybe? That'd be... Was he the only one who could use Minerva? He can wear Minerva, too. But no, it doesn't look like... Okay. Unfortunately, I have a lot of good armor I can't wear on these characters. There are a few weapons that are good for offering. If you're high enough level, even though it doesn't crit with offering, even Illumina and Ragnarok can be good with it. I don't have this check. I don't know why I'm here either. Warp Stones I might need a few of, especially for Realms check. I'm running a little bit on autopilot right now. I'm gonna skip Doma for now. I usually grab its chests while I'm in the area as well, but again, I shouldn't be worrying too much about chests and out-of-the-way locations now. I am pretty set on equipment when it comes right down to it. Like, I could always get better, which is why I'm opening chests that are here, but I shouldn't be going out of my way. It is the Fanatic's Tower that has that property, not Magimaster himself, which is fortunate because it means that if he isn't in vanilla location, there are a few ways you can more easily cheese him, but it means whatever boss is in his spot, which in this case was Larry, Curly, and Mo, was a little bit more difficult because I only had Ice 2 on all my characters and Fire on one character when I fought them, so that was interesting. Tiger Fangs, Aloe Vera, Presenter, Dragon Claw, that's not bad. That'll be... it's not really... kind of okay. He's still alive? Kind of surprised. Or double Illumina. Valiant Knife is really good. I didn't find out. Oh, is that his death reply? Dragon Claw. That's hilarious. Okay, Dragon Claw. One less magic, but it does give... Yeah, it's really elemental. Hard to say. It might actually be better to keep the Blizzard for now. Gives the only stat that matters to me at the moment. Pugs, okay. A single pug. That's unusual. Here, fight. Learn Step Mine. Getting rolls. Wow. Yesterday in my practice run, I finished off Kefka with a 17 roll. Okay, Esper from here, that's good. I know it's an Esper because if it's just an item, we'd skip these fights. I do not have much healing, though. Oh, I should be putting my shield on other people too. Oh, goodness. With both the Welk and the Presenter, you can kill either the shell or the head, but with Welk, it's a whole lot harder to kill the head. Or the shield, I mean. So if it's a character, it'll be the character fighting in the cyan position. If it's an Esper, it'll be one of the random NPCs. My word. Take care of them just fast. If it's an item, you don't have to do these fights, you just get the item. So it's good that I'll be getting another Esper here. After a couple of tough fights, we have things like multiple no rabbits. So far, I have not yet found the yes rabbits, however. I love the enemies that death counter by healing you. Ragnarok. Life 2, Cure 2, that's nice to have. And Tritok has Cure 2 and Cure 3, too. I haven't been keeping track of where I picked these up. Oh, that's probably the one I bought, that's right. Zone Seed, which is done, and you're learning speed, which is actually really good. What's your speed up to? 56? Nice. Hooray for Esper growth. If you have the Relic Ring on, they will heal you to death. And now, following Sabin's route, we now get to come down here to the Phantom Forest. One of the best parts about doing this series of quests is that you get a bunch of free heals while you're doing them. So even though there are set battles, you don't generally have to worry too much about healing. Aura Lance. Can anyone else use Aura Lance? Besides Mog. Sabin can, excellent. And Realm can, but she has Magus, so boom. Super happy now. Now I have endgame weapons for everyone. I need a few more endgame shields. Fine on helms. Fine on armor. I wouldn't say no to a behemoth suit for Realm, since she can't use any of the really good ones. Yeah, unfortunately we won't be able to suplex the train. I was hoping for it. These are Kefka's tower enemies, and they are a major pain. The samurai, the retainers as these samurai are called, are also, they counteract with instant death, and this is taking too long. I've got a few of these. And now, since many of the events are skipped in the randomizer, we're going to get to double flick this switch to progress rather than going outside. I'm not going to worry about any other chests now. I've got everything that I really want from our monsters in a box chest. There is one on the Phantom train here, but I'm going to ignore it because we're pretty well set. Grabbing other items, though. Aura Lance is better than Tiger Fangs, which is the best equipment left in... Whoops. Oh well. I'll just come in this way then. 5,000 gold. Hero Ring. Okay, that's nice. Who else could use Hero Ring? Guess I'll just replace that for now. I could double up Grand Train power, but I don't have the magic points right now. After a rough start, this seed is really starting to go smoothly. I only need 5 more espers and 2 characters, one of which I know the location of and I can go get anytime. I have fought almost all the endgame bosses already. That's 3 Kefka's Tower bosses I've fought. And Magimaster, who I haven't killed yet, but I had to fight. I'll need to go kill him if I want Shadow, but hopefully that will mean Kefka's Tower will be relatively easy. And the reward I got from the ghost in the back, that was the Aura Lance. Yep, if only I had Suplex. Unfortunately, I don't. Okay, final Sabin check. I probably ought to go ahead and go pick up Shadow so I can do his checks, and at the very least the free check in Grandpa's house, and then the triple floating continent check, because that's certain to give. Just some casual 20,000 damage. Have I fought a single boss not from the World of Ruin? I don't even remember if I have. I don't think so. Fixed dice are pretty OP. And their damage does scale with leveling up too, even though they don't scale with any other basic stat. Okay, Cyan, that opens a couple of easy checks. Maybe I won't grab Shadow then, because that is a long involved fight still. He's 3 checks, but one of them is a triple check, so he has Steel. All right, he's an easy skip. This will open Doma Castle, which we'll hit real fast, and then we'll go ahead and grab the equipment there since we're actually doing it. If it's a character, it'll be their face here. Nope, not a character, so that's fine. Hopefully an Esper. Okay. The Piranha Rizapaz fight is one of the weirder boss fights because rather than being time-based like it is in vanilla, the amount of piranhas you fight is determined by the level, essentially. The higher level they are, the more piranhas you fight. I'm not sure of the exact equation, but I've tried waiting out, and if you encounter them early when it's low level, you only fight a few piranhas. Oh, that was nice. Or maybe it's you do a certain amount of damage to them then, because that showed up really fast. Well, now he's dead. So I guess I still haven't figured out Riza Pass. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Well, now I've learned another new thing. You learn so many neat new things playing this randomizer, too. I need to swap my espers around, too, I think. Esper... Madwin, okay. Break, Murton. Break is kind of useful. Not yet. Tritalk yet. Ragnarok yet. Okay. We're fine. Okay, that's good to know. No wonder it seems so much shorter than it has been before. Thank you to all the WC veterans who've come to the chat to help answer these questions and everything. I am not really a racer of this game. I'm a very casual player of it, and I enjoy doing it, but I haven't been doing it very long either, only a couple of months, and there are some people who put a lot of time and effort into this. And another Dragon Claw. Yes, we do have a Thunder Shield. That's just that. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and do Mount Zozo, and I'll go ahead and kill a dragon, because I like killing dragons if I can. Otherwise, if you want to avoid fighting, this is a wonderful check because it's free. The dragon is entirely optional. And it's pretty quick if you ignore the chests. There are a lot of chests in here that you can grab, some of which I'm going to. But you can speed through it pretty quick. Another Moogle Charm, which is useless. Everyone says it's not nice to the dragons and everything, but they attack us, you know. If I sit and do nothing, the dragons will just kill me, so not nice of them either. Beads. Beads is an item which is actually useless in vanilla because it gives 20 evasion. And of course, if you know anything about Final Fantasy VI from watching vanilla speedruns, evasion is totally broken and doesn't work. In the randomizer, it's fixed, so things that give evasion are decent. Especially against certain effects like third tier of Kefka, the calmness. Guardian. Okay. In vanilla, this is one of the great treasure houses of the game. There are a couple of elemental shields in here and a few other good things. I think a tower robe or something, some piece of decent armor. In the randomizer, usually not so much. Best stat is stab. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so now I have 4 decent shields. Let's see. Still need to thunder on a few people. Oh, I have 5 decent shields, that's right. Force better than Aegis, probably, or than Genji, probably. For a huge amount of magic evasion. We do not have Life 3 or Fenrir, which slightly slightly worries me. Well, whatever. Fixed dice kills everything, so... Not if I'm rolling like that, though. Little better. Dragons in these default seeds are also scaled, so... That's going to be another force shield that I don't need. And ice shield. Okay, that's appropriate. I will take a second ice shield. I'll take an Aegis shield over a force shield, so... I have shields for backup characters, at least. Haha, scaled. Nice. I could do Murton strats. I have 5 items that make me immune to Murton, so I can use that on some of my casters. I don't have a lot of magic points at the moment, but I could put it. All right, so excellent that this is an Esper. Pearl, haste, stop, ice, basic. Especially with that easy growth, everybody will be learning Murton in no time. Oh. Actually. Warp. Alright, Doma Castle time. Note, one of the neat things during Doma Castle, during the train sequence of the dream, if you do the train sequence of Doma Castle before you do the real Phantom train for science check, you will actually... the positions of the switches will be different, so you have to remember that when you're flicking the switches in the Savin side. The first time that happened to me, I was thoroughly confused. Because you don't even mess with the switches in vanilla, or in the dream sequence. Scare off one kid to activate the boss. Boss fight 1. This is, a lot of people, one of their favorite checks because you fight only 2 bosses and you get 3 checks from it. Okay, this is Ultros 2. Or no, this is Ultros 4, actually. This is going to be Ultros and... yep, Chupon. So no experience from this fight, unfortunately. Not good rolls from Setzer. The one problem with fixed dice, besides it being long, is that it's also very, very RNG based. A couple of good rolls will do a huge amount of damage, but you could get really unlucky with 4 weak rolls and or on the wrong characters, and nice. Golem, Poison Meteor Bolt 3, okay. That's a decent little thing. Now we have the train puzzles, which somehow I've never forgotten. So if we get a character as a reward here, that of course again will be a character. Instead it's a merchant, so we know it's either an item or we won't get a character here, period. All 3 checks are going to be items or espers. The first check is never a character, of course. Wing Edge isn't bad normally. though we have such great weapons already. Safety bit, a bit late for me to be getting that. I needed those against Doomgaze. It is. Or what am I doing? 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. Chests 3, 4, and 5 if you're going from left to right. If you're going from right to left like the Japanese would, that's 1, 5, and 6. Don't need to save because we're not fighting a boss. And now we just leave. No, I will not be forgetting the Alexander check. This is after the beginning of the game. I always feel kind of bad doing the sequence with the Moogle Charm because it is the only other time in the game after the beginning of the game in the Imperial camp where you get to ride Magitech armor and battle with it. And if you have Terra in your party for this, she will have her original Magitech armor complete with all of her Magitech abilities, including Tech Missile, Confuser, Exfer, and Bioblaster. I always do that. That is not optimal, but it's just one of those little things that I constantly do out of habit. Another Ultros. This is Ultros 1. Ultros with no tentacles is Ultros 1. This will probably finish him. Maybe. Keep rolling less and less with each. Yep, less with every die roll. Still enough. And now whoever has sword tech now has access to all the sword techs. Sword tech is really useful in Rando because of an option, another quality of life option will speed up the growth of the bar for sword skill. So it doesn't take 15 seconds to charge up to number 7. It only takes about 4. Makes it a lot more valuable. Magicite Tirado. So now all I have to do is go get Shadow and we are good to finish. Yeah, his name is supposed to be Orthrus, after one of the Cerberus' offspring in Greek mythology. I never liked that name, though. I prefer Ultros. Ultros is a cool name. What is Shiva? Flare, Bolt, Mute. Oh, Mute. What's its growth to? Times 4. Erton. Rytalk is Cure 3, I don't need that as much. Let's learn Mute. Sorry, Terra, we won't be able to get you this time. Maybe next seed. Yes, it is an error, but again, I do like the translation error better than the name they gave it. I don't know why they gave a mythological dog name to an octopus. Chupon is supposed to be Typhoon, which makes more sense because he's supposed to be wind elemental with his sneezes and such. Alright, that's fine. Yeah. Chupon means sucker in Spanish. That's hilariously inappropriate. Not like inappropriate, probably, but it's just that he doesn't. Nope, wrong thing. Because he's supposed to blow wind through his sneezes, not suck in wind. Okay, that's interesting. This is different than I got last time. It also means a free hyper wrist that I don't need. Spectre is the default monster in a box in the Ghost Train. Typhon does make sense, and they have used Typhon as like a summon or elemental type in later gens, so that makes sense. Yeah, she doesn't care about that. Come on, give us some good rolls, Setzer. Send us on our way. Oh, that's good. 444 is awesome. Yes, you wall change. That will so protect you from the dice. That's true too. Typhon. That's right. Typhon was also in Greek mythology. I think of it as being short for typhoon, but that is not correct. It is a Greek, one of the super beasts of Greek mythology. It makes sense then that they're Orthros and Typhon. Yeah. And another Mega Elixir, just for good measure. And now Shadow joins our party. What has Shadow got? Natural magic and jump. He actually has decent magic. He'll probably be my 5th party member for multiple reasons because of that. Now we have to make the long walk out. What spells are most useful to get? Life 2, break. Tier 3 and Life 2, yes. Maybe. Also, yeah, that's Life 2 as well, which I'll get eventually. Hopefully. Need to have her learn that next. Actually, you don't need it as much because you're doing dice, so let's have you learn Madwin next. Alright. Fortunately, I don't have anything to really protect against calmness. I didn't get Phantom either, did I? Nope. No Phantom, no Fenrir. So I'll use Shadow as my backup 5th person. Grand Train does look very similar to Dark Matter from, at least to me as well. Seems to make the same noise. I think they reused the asset a little. There is a little bit extra in the Dark Matter animation. I believe there's a second white triangle in addition to the black one. But they do definitely look similar to me. Can Golem actually block Calmness since it's an insta-kill? Because I know it's a physical attack. That's why Fenrir and Phantom works. But Golem just blocks hit points worth. Well, it's worth a shot. Okay, now that we have 7 characters and 10 espers, Kefka's Tower is unlocked. Just for the heck of it, since we are still over an hour to reach estimate, I'm going to go ahead and do the entirety of the place too. Saved. Alright, you to this party. No, you. Possibly should have gone shopping for something like Megalixirs, but since those are available, I believe, in South Figaro, I could have sold everything and tried to grab them, but oh well. Alright. Middle Charm. I've gotten a lot of decent, nothing super great, but a lot of decent. So this is one of the more interesting checks in the game. Atma here is, oh, Ghost Train and I can't suplex it. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and, no, I can't find it. Where's my white dragon? There it is. Is using the Dragon Claw, which does double damage to Ghost Train. It's Pearl Elemental, so Ghost Train is weak to Pearl Elemental. It is pretty interesting how certain fights are set in their theme music or not having theme music or having positions like attack from behind. So Ghost Train is always an attack from behind, and it overrules the other position of the fight. But also the Ghost Dragon location is always attack from behind, running away, which is amusing in and of itself. Another Aura Lance, okay. He can't use it, so too bad. How many tents do I have? I didn't buy. Oh, I have 9. Fine, we can tent then. What are you on, Shiva? You're learning mute. Okay. But so you can see Atma filled out on my tracker. It is always a powerful item. So if you want an extra item, you can grab it, but it normally is never required. Also unlocks the save point, but they decided to give it a bonus item as well since it's a totally optional big boss in Kefka's Tower. Yes, the default options for the randomizer fix the Vanish Doom bug. You can turn on the Vanish Doom bug if you want to use that. It also turned off Undead Boss vulnerability, which is why I couldn't... Oh, I need a Bolt 2 Rage. I can't remember who might be a Bolt 1. Dragon's Might. But pretty much any of those, if you want to have a more vanilla experience, you can deactivate many of those fixes if you want. They're all in the options there. Overall, I think it's pretty good to have. This will give me clean sweep if I survive. You're getting a bit low. You don't have any cure magic, do you? Didn't get any by the time I got in. It also, it fixes pretty much all of those things that you can abuse. On the default, it does not fix rods, so you can usually find rods in shops somewhere and abuse those if you like, but if you feel that that is also too abusive, that's another option you can enable. So there's a wide variety of how you can customize the difficulty for the randomizer for yourself on just what you want to use. If you want to be able to abuse everything that's in the original vanilla game, you just turn it all off. If you want super high difficulty, you turn off, oh, Marvel shoes are nice. You turn off all of the bugs and rods and Ultima and Paladin shield and elemental shields. Just all that stuff is vulnerable. Okay, let's go ahead and give her Marvel shoes and ribbon. Excellent. You get Moogle charm. Oh, running shoes, whatever. Oh, you can use the Aura Lens. Okay, that's good. She's learning Madeline, that's right, and he is learning Torado because it doesn't matter. I probably shouldn't worry too much about learning a lot of spells, too, and only grab super important ones, but that's another thing that just is ingrained into me from my vanilla 100% playthroughs. Chocobo suit, an okay piece of armor, but I've gotten so many good pieces of armor, it's not even worth checking. Yes, there are people who do seeds of I hate myself. They really do. But visit the Discord and hear people talking about their seeds and their favorite settings and stuff, and you'll hear some real... We have some really dedicated Iron Man speedrunners, or just randomizer racers in this community. Again, you can use a party swapping bug to skip this fight in vanilla, but once again, that's a bug that is by default fixed. I've never learned to do it anyway. Flame Eater, that's very nice. I love having Flame Eater. Let me introduce you to my friend, Ice 2. If you even survive long enough to get an Ice 2. And that should be his finish. Better. All right, that's Murton learned for her. So now, I don't think I'm set up to do Murton yet, but I'll make sure I'm in that situation before the final boss fight. I don't care about you learning spells. Madeline. Yes, he's learned everything else, but he needs Murton. Can't go that way. What am I thinking? Soft. Diciga indeed. Interestingly, everybody sees this dragon, and since he's an undead dragon, they assume that you can Phoenix down him, just like you can every other dragon that looks like him. But he is actually, I don't think he even counts as undead. So you can, he's immune to Phoenix down, Revivify, the usual kills. He is weak to holy damage, I believe, and fire, but which most undead are weak to. But he can't be insta-killed even in vanilla. This is also his vanilla location too, actually. The randomizer is not very hard to speedrun. I am not very good at it, and I can get 2 to 2.5 hours pretty regularly on the randomizer. The game itself, vanilla is a totally different matter, and it depends on what you're doing with it. Atma weapon, okay. That, I don't have the levels to make that useful, actually. Yeah, he does do poison effects. Again, same vulnerabilities elemental-wise as most undead, holy and fire, but another Aegis shield, okay. I really love the Atma weapon. Unfortunately, it's a bit late for me to make use of it because I've already put all of my powerful leveling up on Setzer, who's using the fixed dice, which is a little more powerful at this point. Hey, thanks, Low and Air. No chest there. There's a chest in the Magitech factory right there, and I always think there should be one here as well. You can actually choose which of these two parties will face the Guardian slot, which won't be the Guardian because we've already fought him. If you go left, it's Party C. If you go right first, it's Party B. On a normal run-through of Kefka's Tower, if you're skipping all of the optional bosses, usually you would always go left here and make Party C, because then they have to fight 3 bosses and they're the most powerful party. Of course, it's also 4 because I've done that, though you could choose to have B do 4. B has 2 optional bosses that you can skip. Alright, yeah, I'm still set. We're fine. Alright, not too bad. Bolt, maybe? Fire would be best, oh, you're fighting. Number 128 absorbs ice. Would be Ultros 2. I fought 3 of the 4 Ultroses. It'd be funny if the last one was also in the tower. Notice that the background music didn't change because the music changes in the opera event before you fight him, and he isn't programmed to do it, and it looks like our stream just got buggy again. Okay. Alright, good. So you'll see the Ultros fight at least. That's good. Everyone saw that. Okay, what Espers? Well, no Espers for now because we want other people to learn. You learned. Fine. Item for my tents. I can never find my items. Oh. Okay. Shadow. Wing Edge would be better for the stats. Genji armor is fine. Aegis shield is good. Running shoes is fine. He has shell and vanish. Okay, not a lot in natural, but what was his other ability? It was something useful, wasn't it? Jump. Okay. If only he could use one of the spears. If he could use the Aura Lance, do so much damage. I've learned that Golem, Meteor Poison probably won't learn it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just leave Golem on him. Alright, who is... 2 bosses left before Kefka. Who is this one? Tritok. Okay. Well, Fire at least is useful. I don't have Fire 2. I guess I could kill him, but I'd really rather not. I think actually Grand Train is still best for him that he can use. That's annoying. Not terrible. All right. One boss to go. Let's see, Strago's still equipped? Yes. Okay, fine. Number 024. Not super terrible. Let's see, what would be... I don't know if I want to rage, though. Girl should be a decent opener. Still alive? You shouldn't have that many hit points either. Not too much more than 10k. And that's what I wanted to avoid happening when he starts doing wall change. Okay, so that means I can't attack him either. I need to hit him with just neutral. He has a Dragon Claw again, which is holy damage, so since it did 0. There we go. Knew he had to be close. Alright, so earring and ribbon is fine. Let's see. Now it's time to make myself Murton immune, so I can lean on that a bit. He is not Murton immune, so he needs something from somebody. Okay, she is Murton immune, he is Murton immune, so he needs to swap out. She is with Ice Shield, that's fine. He is double immune, so he's fine. And he has Golem, which I can try to use to protect against third phase. Didn't quite learn Flare, which is fine. Zone Seek is more useful as a summon. Thunder Shield. And a Hero Ring is fine. Alright, Ice Shield, Red Jacket, Offering, and Running Shoes or Ribbon. Rather be immune to elements, I think. I need him to have anything. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather have the magic defense. Okay. Skills. Seraphim for the heal. Although I have healing, so I don't actually need that either. Not everything else is attack magic, which I don't care really about. Alright, that's fine. Okay, final battle time. Change you to something. As that, I can't get others. Zephyr Cape for the evasion. He's gonna be my 5th, just in case I lose a character to calmness. Alright, here we go. Unfortunately, we don't get a randomized final boss sprite like in Free Enterprise, but Kefka's 4 stages are epic enough on their own. My biggest problem with the first stage here is that I don't have, although I actually have another solution possibly. Who am I? Sabin, Realm, Setzer, Mog. Shadow is my 5th. Not even having Fire 2 makes this a little bit problematic. Haste 2, but I can do this, so now I don't have to worry. Break. That's actually fine, I should have been in the back anyway. None of my people are relying on being front row. I need to, that's one of the little things that I don't do enough. Is remember to do things like back row. Let's go ahead and haste 2, actually. And a safety. Looks like we're going to kill the head first anyway. Okay, that's the end of this tier 1 done. Dice are not OP. Fixed dice are pretty OP. I also kept the experience egg on Setzer the entire time, and level does help affect the damage. So he's level 50. Everyone else is like level 39 in my party here. So he is very much. Let's see. Yes. Mute. Mute makes this stage a lot easier, especially when you're doing random and party-wide damage. Let's make sure we're topped off on hit points, and then begin Murtauning again. The biggest problem that usually happens to me on this stage is I like to do mass AoE damage, which is what I'm best for anyway with this setup. And when he gets low, the magic head far on the left, the magic guy, whatever you want to call him, will counter with gravity. And if somebody else immediately goes after him with a counter, would kill someone else. With quarter specifically, which reduces your hit point to 1/4 of what you would normally have, 25%. So it's very dangerous. But most of the rest of what he does isn't really that bad, but better to be... I always find it better just to mute that head. The one time I've lost a run was because of a quarter, or I restarted this fight was because of a quarter counter into a last hit kill death on one of my characters, and I didn't have a good replacement for the 3rd and 4th tier, so I just reset. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 hits. That wasn't too bad. Finish off this head, move on to the 3rd stage. Okay, now he's dead. Yep, unless I didn't change any of the sprites at all. There are options for mixing them up, but the basic 14 characters you get in the randomizer are the 14 main playable characters who you can keep in the end game. Alright, let's go ahead and actually you fight. You use a Mega Elixir, since I have 2. You haste yourself. You'd only have haste 2. That's fine. Oh my word. Okay, and those are the moments when they are not OP. No. Bit. Have anything? Oh, wait. Before I continue damaging, I'm going to go ahead and see if Golem will block. He needs to heal. Go ahead and heal us all then. Very annoying. Most of us are immune to train except for him, huh? I don't have remedy, but I have remedies. Come on, evasion. Okay, good to know. Golem also blocks that. I did not know that before. Thanks for the hint from chat for it. Oh, come on, Setzer, don't fail me now. Yeah, unfortunately, since they remove all of the text and stuff, they do remove his speech as well, which is a little sad. All right. Okay, wasn't bad. Not actually as good as his fixed dice, but I got 2 desperation attacks in the same run. That is pretty crazy. That's a certain kind of marathon luck, I guess. It's been better than his dice rolls, that's for certain, for this final battle. Like, potentially he could do nearly 40,000 damage if he made 4 good rolls, but he hasn't been getting those. Okay, there we go. That's an 8K. That's a 6K. 2K. 6K. Is that a finish? Time. Thank you everyone for watching this randomizer run. That started awful, but still turned into one of my better runs. So we do have a community Discord. If one of the people wants to share that in chat for this, visit FF6WC.com to check out the randomizer, learn about it, download a seed, and play it. It is a really awesome game, a really awesome community. I'm just a filthy casual guy who runs easily on my own, but there are all sorts of races and crazy seeds and all sorts of neat stuff. It is a wonderful way to enjoy Final Fantasy VI. So, again, thanks everyone for watching, and that's... I guess we can go ahead and let the vanilla credits play out because they are vanilla, and all of a sudden I have 14 characters found just like that. And, yeah, so I guess since we're so far under for now, we can just let these wonderful credits play. The friends we didn't make along the way, yes. In the randomizer, all of the characters are there, all the ones we didn't find. We had 7. Look at the tracker. The tracker even says we have 14 characters now because they suddenly all showed up. Also, be sure to keep watching. Coming up next, we have Trials of Mana, which, speaking of remakes, the next run is the best Square Enix remake of the past year. I do not apologize for saying that. That's going to be a really excellent run. Unga! Yeah, the names that they gave these characters are all very interesting. Most of the last names are very faithful, but interestingly, for some reason, there are some discrepancies in some of the first names. Sabin's original name was Mash, short for Mashius. And Strago was supposed to be Stragus, but that wouldn't fit, Stragus Magus, so they shortened it to Strago to preserve the similar kind of feel. Who's the... Terra, of course, was Tina because the translators thought that Tina was too mundane, and for some reason that stuck. All right, I've gotten word that we can go ahead and wrap it up, so that's going to be all for me, everyone. Once again, check out... if somebody wants to link the Discord for the randomizer in there, check out ff6wc.com. Keep watching Trials of Mana up next. Awesome game, awesome speedrun. But I am out. Thank you for having me. Thanks for watching my randomizer, and check out more of them, mostly on YouTube.